Okay, Cohen Nanak, I told you that I'm only doing one more video on you negatively. You didn't have to come over to my page. I hadn't made videos about you in months. And everyone can tell when I do videos on you, I really don't even feel it that much into my soul against you in that regard. I do not like what your ideology represents, and it's a problem. Honestly, I see it as more of a problem, honestly, than anything many parts of Black you to bring up, because it's, you have to understand from my perspective, I see issues and perspectives of Black people that are negative, that white people have, are more problematic than anything a Black person thinks, because the majority of our society in America is white American. Now, you're not a white American, but I'm just saying that some of the things you say are similar to what white Americans sometimes have some assumptions on Black people on. That's my issue there. Most of the things I brought up had to do with that. Okay, so first off, the first issue I had with you, first thing I want to point out is I did not have an issue with Cynthia G. Okay, I didn't have an issue with you supporting Cynthia G. If you want my opinion on that, I just think you kind of look stupid because the chick is very racist against white people. And, to me, it's just kind of I think she is someone that white people shouldn't support. And I think, honestly, a lot of people who are of other races, like if you're Black, I wouldn't support her either. That's just my perspective. But, yeah, so I think it makes you look dumb, basically, that you are supporting her, okay? But, other than that, let's get to why I don't like you. A major reason why I don't like you is because it's not related to Cynthia G, like I said. It's other things. I did not even know that you supported Cynthia G. So don't come with that lie. Now, what I did have an issue with you on were three things. One, specifically on you talking about Black men in an inappropriate way, acting as if you had some kind of fascination with a big Black cock. Okay? So that was an issue I had with you because you seemed like you were obsessed with the shitlog, okay? And personally, I don't find that very appealing, and it seems very uncomfortable. As a person who is a phone sex operator, I hear it all the time by men like you who stay talking about the big Black cock and their obsession with the damn big Black cock, okay? They just want to ride the shit log, okay? And to me, that screams I'm not heterosexual. I'm into Black men. And that's what my issue was when I saw your videos, was that one thing. Then second issue was the whole problem of you associating your insecurity with having a small penis with white men's penises. Leave white men's penises out of your problem of being small, okay? Because I can tell you, as someone who has only had sex with white men, I've never been with a Black man, and I've mainly interacted with white men in regards to potential people I would want to be involved with. Many white men I've had to walk away from, specifically because they have big penises, okay? So white men don't have small penises. You have a small penis, maybe I think that's what you said, you have a small penis. But it's got nothing to do with you being a white man, okay? That's just what happened to you. You happen to have a small penis. But white men don't per se have small penises, okay? I can tell you. I've never even run into a man with a small penis that was white that I was interested in. You know, I've heard a lot of black women complain and say they ran into black men with small penis. I've never run into a man personally that I was personally interested in with a small penis. You know, and I prefer small penises, you know, but I have to settle for average size because that's the smallest I can get out of a white man. So, I mean, I'm just pointing this part out right here because I feel like you were trying to put white men under the bus because you felt you were under the bus. Okay, if you feel like you have the shorter end of a stick, don't try to make that white men's problem, make that a you problem, okay? So that was one of the issues I have with you. Third issue. Now I'm getting into the real big stuff here, okay? The two main issues I had with you were really important. One, you associating black men with being more masculine. Associating black men with being more masculine associates black women with being more masculine. Because if you say that the black race is dominant, as you said in that video, that was implying you asserted that was masculinity. Well, black women are a part of the black race. So you were implying that black women were strong, black women were dominant, and black women were masculine. Okay, so the black race is masculine, right? What is the opposite of the black race? The opposite of the black race is the white race. White race is feminine. So what you basically told us is that you think you're feminine. And I asked in a video, why do men of other races who perceive the black race as masculine vocalize it? And why do they believe it? Why do they think that basically what they're trying to tell us is that they think they look like a woman? I just want to know, why do they think they look like a woman, and why they would vocalize this to others in a way where maybe they didn't realize that's what they said. Because if you're saying that the black race is masculine and you're not black and you're a man, that means you're the opposite of black. Then that means that you are not masculine, you're feminine. A man who thinks he's feminine is a waste, honestly. I just think that. Because, I mean, like, you're the type who doesn't even understand its own masculinity. And that's very uncomfortable from my perspective. But more concerning is the idea of thinking that black women are masculine. You know, the black race has no masculine features whatsoever. And I go on to explain how the black race doesn't. You know, saying that someone racially looks more black between white and black, which isn't even true, honestly. Mixed race people, I think, actually look more Caucasian than black. And the reason I say that is because if you look at the Caucasian race for what it is and its reality, yeah, it kind of includes some people. But I'll leave that out of what I'm talking about here. Basically, you know, saying that the black race, even if it was dominant genotypically like that, would not mean that it's a masculine race. And so black women are not masculine. They're very beautiful. They're very attractive. Soft, round nose, full lips, high cheekbones, almond-shaped eyes, you know, very feminine features, okay? Black men don't have any feminine features whatsoever. They don't have any masculine features whatsoever. They have feminine features. So, I mean, that's all they got. That's how the black race is. You are basically exposing yourself to say you look like a female. And that was uncomfortable to me. And more importantly, you attacking black women in your own personal way where you weren't saying it completely, like you didn't all out say that black women were masculine, but saying that the black race is dominant, saying that black men are masculine, saying that the black race is essentially masculine implies that black women are masculine, especially in comparison to white women and in comparison to white men. And I think that there are some white men like you who actually find themselves more feminine. But that's another topic. Anyway, now my last thing on this of masculinity, because I wanted to talk about this because this is very important. You were saying that basically I had an issue with you because I was trying to twist your words. No, I specifically use your videos to prove what I'm saying. I show your clips as you are speaking when I talk against you. I do not try and twist your words. I do not try and put words in your mouth. I say it like it is, and I think, it's not even wrong that some people have an opinion, that I may disagree with. But it's important to know that opinion. If you're leaving things out, we can piece a puzzle together of what you're actually saying. And see, I'm smart enough to actually piece together what you're saying, and that's why I spoke against you on those levels. Now, on the last thing I wanted to say on this was protection. The idea of black women being masculine is the whole reason black women aren't protected, okay? You and your mindset and men like you are the main reason black women don't get protection, okay? I understand people always talk about black men having to do with the responsibility of this. Sure, I get that. But you have to understand, society as a whole, it's not black men, society as a whole, and I'm not saying, obviously I know you're not American, but I'm saying in our society, in America, most Americans are not black, and most of the men are not black. So, the perception black women have in reference to other races is very important, irrespective of what black men think in some cases. Because black men are a minority, you see. A lot of black people in the black YouTube space, they put so much importance into black men as if they are somehow the majority. They're not. They're other races. So back to what I was saying on the whole thing of protection and masculinization. This was honestly, we all know, it was done by the history of white American men. That's just the truth. And, the reason why black women don't get protection and are usually more actually attacked and hurt by, authority and things of that nature, usually actually happens from white men, generally. Honestly, just saying. And it's just what it is. It's a perception of seeing black women in a masculine light, which was perpetrated by white American men in the past. I'm not saying in this day and age. I'm saying in our history. And these ideas are created now. And these are struggles that black women have. Your perspective of saying the black race is masculine and saying that the black race is dominant and saying essentially that black women are masculine, it's the same attitude that keeps black women from having any sort of protection. So that was my issue. To me, the things you said pertain to me, specifically as a black woman. And also, one last thing. Also, the fact that you believe in that whole white supremacy issue where you think that black people are supposed to automatically look to their own as if we have an own for our own culture. When we don't, because we're black Americans have the same culture as white Americans, and the majority of Americans aren't even black. So, within our own people are not mainly black people, but mainly white people. So, you have that segregated view, that liberal segregationist view, not that view of unity among black and white people, you see. And so that's my issue with you, is, the sense of just too much of your own personal views that are not that positive to the black race, that I do not appreciate, and also trying to put people in boxes, in a sense, that's really uncomfortable. That's a segregationist view there. So basically, anyway, that was my main issue. My main issue of everything you were saying was the masculinization of black women. Saying basically, essentially, that black women were strong, they're masculine, and, that they are in a way dominant or whatever. That was my issue with you. Okay, so no, it wasn't about Cynthia G. It was literally what you were saying. That's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe and comment down below. Bye, guys.